Welcome to the channel, everybody. Level M Diecast. We have a whole smorgasbord of premium stuff on tap. Just rolling these all into one video makes it a lot easier. This is the newest pop culture set. You know, the fuel related, I guess you can say. It does have the Motul 620 and some other stuff here. Castrol T1. This right here is Canyon Warriors. That is the newest mix of car culture. It is a sealed case. We're going to get a chase? Probably not, because we're just not lucky like that here at Level M. But before we get to those two, we got a couple other items to take a look at. First, this is from the latest Retro Entertainment mix, which I think Retro Entertainment might be going away next year, but for now, we still get it. 1975 Chevy Blazer Custom K5 Blazer. This is for Jaws. So there are only two vehicles in this particular mix we picked up because the rest of them are all reissues. Doesn't show you the mix on the back or anything like that, but we're just going to go ahead and crack this one. This one is definitely going to be popular. Got your Chevy guys and stuff like that. It says Amity Police Department. Does have the fuel cap done up. Looks pretty good. Does have those old school muddy off-road wheels on it. Looks pretty good. I do like the way that they did the casting. So the headlights and stuff are part of the body, and then the grille is part of the base. I really like the way that they did that. I think that that's a really good way to break up the front end. So you can get some good print in there. And then, of course, with the base, you always get the brilliance of the silver for the grille. So I think they did a good job on that. Prints look good as well. Always look good. There is your K5 Blazer logo right there on the quarter panel. Looks pretty good. A couple of lights done up on this roll bar, which is an interior piece, which is separate than the actual interior. There's two interior pieces on this one. Of course, one does have the simulated spare tire as well. So, not too shabby. I'm not really sure why they do that, to where you can see the base inside. Looks pretty ugly, maybe just to reduce the amount of materials being used, which I guess is okay. But it's whatever. The entire window piece is one solid piece of plastic. Just painted up, so it's not part of, there's like not a frame from the metal casting or anything like that. It's all plastic, but it looks pretty good. Deets in the back does have a plate on there. It does say Chevrolet, and then of course there is the Deets made in Indonesia. That one's pretty good. I like it. I like the open top, so not too shabby. If you have guessed it or not, this is the other model in the mix that is new. Of course, this is the Audi Avant RS2 wagon. Of course, for Forza, this one seems to be relatively popular as well. Not sure where this mix is popping up, but I've heard maybe some grocery stores and stuff. I got this at a local swap meet, so got lucky on that. The prints look fantastic, fully decoed up. I think the wheel choice is amazing. All those deets on the side look fantastic. Audi Quattro, number 23. They did a very good job with the taillights. With the complete wraparound, they look fantastic. Very, very, very happy about that. Looks really, really good. Audi symbol on there. There's some print on the top as well. You have Forza on the top. You have Forza as a window banner. And then just a little bit of 23 on the top. The print on the hood lines up very, very well with the fenders. So that may have actually been printed in one pass, but it's unlikely. But it looks fantastic. I definitely like those deets. Red painted base, which looks pretty good. I mean, you're not really going to see much of the red base, but just a little bit of the lip and stuff like that. But that one looks really good. It's a very, very good one. I like that. It's obviously the best version of that Audi thus far. Although closest thing to a premium we've seen of that is a Super. All right, let's move on to pop culture. This is fuel themed. Kicking it off with, of course, our T1 panel bus in Castrol Deco. This is, of course, number 1 of 5. That is the mix on the back. Of course, we have the entire mix. We're going through the entire mix. There is the deets, should you need some deets, and the UPC and the mix code and all that good stuff, just in case you might need it. Now, one of the things I want to point out to you real quick before I chop this thing open, they changed the blisters. So instead of having round corner blisters, they're all just flat. I'm not really sure why they did that, but I think that will help keep the corners from curling up. Just my opinion, but I guess we'll wait and see. But just wanted to point that out. Very interesting to have new blisters. There is our T1 panel. I had a buddy talk to me the other day. He was complaining how this T1 panel never gets released in just like a really standard deco. This came in the most recent Boulevard. That's probably the most normal deco we've seen, but it's because it has all this real estate on the side, so you could put a lot of logos and stuff on it. So, of course, that's what Hot Wheels continues to use it for. Does have a plate on there. Does say Castrol. Looks pretty good. Of course, the prints are fantastic. It is a premium. Does have some white steelies, which looks pretty good. White base, red interior. Prints on the front look fantastic. I do like the red and green stripe on the top. A little bit of print for the door handles as well. So that one's really, really good. Of course, nice slammed stance, which is always good. So definitely like that one. All right, next one up, Custom 62 Chevy. This is for Lucas Oils. This is the one, of course, with the surfboard in the back, number 2 of 5. It gets a big old fat warning on there that says choking hazard, because it does have a surfboard in the back that can be removed. There is that surfboard, does have Lucas printed on it. So just slides out just like that, little notch in there to hold it in there. It holds in there very, very well. It's not going to go anywhere. So pretty good. Chrome interior, nice red steelies. I really like the look of that. That looks really, really good. Here's your Lucas details on the side. Prints look pretty good. Headlights and fog lights printed up, but the grille is part of the interior chrome piece. So that looks very, very nice. Never been a huge fan of this particular casting, and not a huge fan of this era of Chevy trucks. I'm not a big Chevy truck guy anyways, but this particular era, not that great in my opinion. I do love the giant Chevrolet logo, bow tie on the bed. Looks very, very good. Lucas Oil on the back. So this one is pretty minimal with the branding on it. There's no more prints on the top or anything, and it just says Lucas on there, so it's not too bad for the surfboard on there. And then of course there's your Dietz Zamek base with the side exhaust, a little bit of chrome tip on those, part of the interior. Not a new casting or anything like that. None of these are new castings. All right, Combat Medic Kendall Motor Oil, number 3 of 5. Always good to get another Combat Medic. Again, this is one of those ones that just has a lot of real estate on the side. So they tend to put it in something like pop culture or retro entertainment that can put a bunch of advertisements on it. This one looks fantastic. Kendall Motor, black, white, and red. I love the little peace sign, little chink. It pretty much always has this kind of a steely wheel on it. Drives me nuts. We barely ever get another wheel on the Combat Medic ever. Nice checker on the top as well. Of course, nice prints. Good qualities. There's your Kendall peace sign in the front. Black painted base, which is definitely a good thing. Matches very, very well. Some prints on the front. There is your nice glossy base. 1976. This casting's been around for a bazillions of years. It does have an opening section in the back. Sometimes it doesn't open all that well or all that good, but it does open. So the way it's done up is it's just one solid piece with the interior, so it doesn't fold up all that well, but they do it for, of course, cost cutting like always. All right, moving on to number 4 of 5. This is, of course, the 76, Union 76. Hauling gas. This one is not going to be popular. I guarantee you this will be the peg warmer, assuming that, premium stuff ever hits the pegs, because we know that that just doesn't happen. But if it does hit the pegs, expect to find this one hanging. Although I think this is a really, really good version. I actually really like this casting. It's just, there's no real good way to use it, I guess. But I think it's a pretty cool casting. It looks, relatively futuristic. Very, very Art Deco, 50s style for sure. Maybe even earlier than that, maybe 40s style. It looks good though. I think it looks cool. Big GT wheels on there in orange. Definitely good. It says, Get the Spirit, Union 76, orange interior. There is the taillights done up. And of course, it is just a white base. Hauling gas, 2011. If anything, that'd be a really good wheel donor. Pretty nice wheels. Those GT wheels in nice giant orange. All right, next one up, the last one in the mix is definitely not going to be the peg warmer. This, of course, is the Datsun 620 in Motul. This one is going to be quite popular. For one, because it's JDM. For two, it's Motul. And for three, it's probably just the coolest one in the mix. I mean, just being frankly honest with you. The Deco's the coolest. It just looks awesome. Got Datsun on the windshield banner. Says Motul on the top. Definitely like the details there. Very, very, very nice. Prints on the front with just some basic marks for your headlights and turn signals. I think the wheel choice is a good one. The kind of lacy kind of style wheel. Looks pretty good. Motul on the side, kind of like that tear effect to it. I like it. No print in the bed. And then it's got print on the back, but nothing done for like the, taillights or anything like that. But you do have Datsun embossed in the casting, so it does say Datsun in there. Looks pretty good. And then the same deets on this side. Pretty good. Gloss black finish on the base. That's a pretty good one. I definitely like that one. I'm not going to lie. It's probably the best one in the mix. Probably the best one in the mix. All right. Now that we've gotten through the not so great stuff, we're going to get on to Canyon Warriors. Now, this is a sealed case. Bought this case. I did not buy this case from One Stop Diecast. I bought this from a local vendor who wholesale bought it from One Stop Diecast. So, my vendor I bought this from, he bought about 10 cases. He only opened 3. He got 1 chase. So, at least I know that there is a chase in this mix. I really hope I get a chase. I really hope I get that Mercedes. As you can see, though, single tape. This one's not double taped, so it's all just single taped. So, I guess here goes nothing. We're going to find out if I get to break my streak and actually get a chase. For once in my illustrious but short YouTube case-cracking career. And holy shitballs, Batman. Woo! Woo! Bing! All right. Yes! Woo! Man, totally caught off guard. All right, so there is the chase. I can't believe I got a chase. I can't believe it. I can't believe I got a chase. Sweet. This is going to make it even better to do this mix. So, of course, Mercedes-Benz E500, that is the chase. This is the regular one in silver. Obviously, the chase is mucho money. Mucho money. So we're going to crack all those open. Don't you worry. We're cracking that chase. We're cracking it for sure. We're just going to pull out one set here. Of course, we have the Porsche 944 Turbo. First time we're seeing this guy in premium, so I'm pretty happy with that. There is the card art. They all just driving down the same kind of canyon. A little bit of different backgrounds to it. This particular one I am really, really stoked about. This is the Sierra Cosworth. I absolutely love this casting, and I think the deco is just spot on. Looks fantastic. This one kind of coming through a different style of canyon. So, get that guy out of the way. Volvo coming back. This was a chase last year in Autostrasse. 73 Volvo 142 GL in orange. That one looks pretty good. And then the last one in the particular mix, BMW M5 2001. This is only the first time we're seeing this outside the diorama box. Only the second time we're seeing this casting. This casting will be part of the next Nationals event cars. So we'll get our box out of here. Sans one extra Mercedes because yes, ladies and gentlemen, we pulled ourselves a chase. All right, we're going to go through these in order. We're going to start with that BMW M5 in red. See, this one has the normal blisters. You see that? They're not the cut down the edges, so it's weird. I don't know what the purpose of that is, but I guess we'll find out in due time. Ooh, that one's got an imperfection on it. Look at that. It's a good thing I got another one to crack that one open. There is our M5, which looks absolutely fantastic. There is the prints on the front. I love it. kidney grills. The headlights look fantastic. Those 5 spokes in gray. Not a huge fan of the color. I think the wheel is great, but not a huge fan of the color. There is the plate details in the back. Says EEE39. Get that to focus. I do apologize. A little bit of issues there. So there we go. Flat black base. So nothing fancy with the base. But looks pretty good. I was kind of hoping this was going to be the chase when there was a chase announced, I guess you can say. All right, number 2, of course, is the Sierra Cosworth. So go ahead and crack this one open. I'm particularly fond of this one. Particularly. I really, really like this casting. I really, really like this casting a lot. I love this car. I could never, ever own one. I could never actually have one. Just not in my cup of tea, but this car is fantastic. I love the blue fade. Very Cosworth. Gold wheels. It's a dull gold, though. It's not a very bright gold. It's very dull gold, but it looks pretty good. The prints on the back are fantastic. I'm really, really, really stoked to see this casting in full rear print. We haven't got that yet, even though they've done this casting quite a few times in the basic range. This is the first time we're seeing it in premium. A little bit of prints with the hood vents on there as well. Just absolutely amazing. Looks absolutely just awesome. It's definitely better than the M5 to start with. So that's definitely the best one thus far. All right, number 3 in the mix, of course, this is the 89 Porsche 944 Turbo. First time in premium from Hot Wheels. This casting's actually only been used about, I don't know, maybe 4 times. Maybe 5 times. They did a Toy Fair model. That one is ridiculously rare. I love the wheel choice. I think the wheels are a perfect choice for this one. It is a very, very nice blue. It is ridiculously shiny. There is a giant stethoscope in the back. Just an enormously large stethoscope. I'm not really sure why that's in there, but maybe it's for doctors. Some print on the back. Some pretty rudimentary printing. There is some black printing that goes around the hatch and the little lip here. So that is painted black, which looks good. Door handle's done up. Of course, the side mirrors are painted black as well. Some very, very nice fine details in there. A little bit of print in the front. And then, of course, there is your Porsche logo. Since the headlights are down, there's no need to print the front. And then just a metal base, which looks fantastic. Get that around the right way. S23. That is the highest date code I have seen to date. S23, that's way up there in the date codes. It's definitely the highest of anything we've cracked. This is really nice. That one is very, very nice. I really like that one a lot. Look at that. Red, white, and blue. Love it. Absolutely love it. All right. We're going to break up that color combination, though. We're moving on to number 4. This is the Volvo 142 GL. Like I mentioned, this was a chase last year. The regular one was in a blue. And then, of course, the chase was black. So, pull that guy out of there. There we go. Sorry about that. This one looks pretty good. I'm not a fan of the wheels. I can tell you right off the bat, I'm not a fan of the wheels. Definitely not feeling the wheels. I feel like they used the same wheels for the chase last year, but they were black. And so, in my opinion, they were just nicer. But the prints look fantastic. It's a pretty involved front-end print, and I think they do a great job. The Volvo logo and stuff doesn't bleed into the rest of the grill, so I think they do a really good job with that. I love the stance of this model. And then, of course, there is the detail in the back. Plate details look pretty good. I like the taillights as well. Flat black base on this one. Again, S23. That's a pretty good one. I do like that casting. It's pretty good. All right, moving on to the last model in the mix, of course, is number 5. This is the Mercedes-Benz 500e. I've watched Doug DeMuro talk about his 500e he used to own, and then he reviewed a 500e and built by Porsche and a bunch of other crazy stuff. And not too shabby actually. I love this casting. It's such a good casting. Hot Wheels did such a good job. Prints look fantastic. Some black print for the front bumper. And then there's dark gray on the base. And then, of course, your dark gray goes around the base of the model. I love these wheels, those 5 spokes. I think that's a perfect fit. It's extremely metallic. So silver on the top and then the gunmetal on the bottom looks absolutely fantastic. Prints on the back look amazing. It says Hot Wheels W124. Of course, 124 is the chassis code for this particular Mercedes. Has 500E on the back. Super, super small, fine print. Fantastic. I really like it. It's such a good model. Mercedes-Benz logo on the grille or hood as well. Looks good. Flat black base on this one as well. S22 for this guy. So, oh, and it's got some black print for the roof rails. Looks fantastic. It's a really good model. Really, really good model. I'm just going to move these over here. We're going to make you guys just wait for just 1 second. I'm going to pull these out here before we grab our chase and crack our chase open. All right. I cannot believe I pulled a chase. I have broken my perfect streak of never getting a chase in a case, in a sealed case. No chases, no treasure hunts, nothing like that. Like I said, the green light stuff's a little different, but nothing from Hot Wheels or anything like that. Nothing from Matchbox. There is your chase. There it is, number 0 of 5. It is, of course, the exact same model we were just looking at. Yes, we're cracking it. Cracking it open. I bought a sealed case, so I paid just as much for this guy as I paid for the rest of them. There is our Mercedes Chase. Absolutely fantastic. Same wheels, but just in solid black. It does have the same graphite bottom section. Just the top of it is in black. Ooh, even the plate's in black. That's pretty cool. They even got the black plate on there. That is pretty cool. Try to get this to focus a little bit. Let's say 500E. It's a pretty nice one. As far as the grays are concerned, much darker gray on the chase piece as well. But everything else like that is the same. Deets on the front. That chase is insane. This might be my favorite chase they've done to date. I think this might be the best chase they've ever done. I'm being honest with you guys. I think this is by far the best chase they've ever done. Better than anything last year. Better than the Porsche, which is saying a lot because I am a Porsche guy. And better than, this one didn't have that great of a print on the taillight, unfortunately. Well, can't win them all. I got the chase. That's all that matters. So it doesn't matter that that print's a little off. I will live with it. But yes, better than the rest by far. You guys got to let me know. Let me know. I know you got to be a Mercedes guy. I'm not a Mercedes guy. I just love sedans. So that just takes the cake for me. So there you go. Big old smorgasbord of premium stuff. Wrapping up all the latest drops from Hot Wheels. Everything is in right there. Pop culture, retro entertainment, car culture, all wrapped up. And the chase to bonus. Can't believe I got a chase. I can't believe I got a chase. I'm so stoked. I'm so stoked. Finally. All right, we're going to roll out. Appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. We're going to catch you next time. Level. Peace.